guys, what is going on? Red Mash here, and welcome back to the episode of Cards and Castles. Not Cards TV commentary. I know I'm bringing up the TV right now, but that's not what I want to talk to you guys about. You can probably see by the title, I'm kind of excited to talk about this topic because we never knew when we were getting something like this, but it is confirmed at this point to at least be in the works of happening. Um, and I'm just gonna get straight to the point of it. We have some new cards coming. Whether or not an update is going to go along with that, we're not sure as of now. But mere moments ago, dropped on the Discord. Which, if you guys do not follow that Discord for Cards and Castles, I recommend you do so. It gets way more attention than the subreddit, which is sort of just become the thing now. Discord better than the Reddit, but I'm not going to start that debate right now. The more important thing at hand is mere moments ago, like I said, dropped on Discord. Um, Ventre, of course, mentioned that he was busy with some other projects as of late, but he's gearing for new cards released this summer. Now, in terms of a date, we are not too sure of when that's happening. We just know that in the time, I think, between now and maybe late August, we can expect to see some sort of update, or at least the guaranteed new cards. Now, honestly, this is huge. If you've been part of the CNC community for a while, you would have known that our last update wasn't, it's been since what, January in the Enchanted Grove, actually January 11th to be precise. We haven't received any sort of update since, aside from a minor bug fix with a couple of the cards upon release, but honestly, that wasn't really too big of a deal. Uh, People were always asking for patches here and there for certain cards to change up gameplay a little bit, but we actually never got that. But now I think people can be excited that at least something is coming, new cards, and with that potentially an update to existing cards. But again, we're not so sure. But to go into more detail upon the reason why we haven't really received an update, which is something that I feel like also is important to talk about. I've had questions asked me before, like, where are new cards, or when can we expect an update? Honestly, um, well, what I've been telling people is that Ventre has actually been busy away from the Cards and Castles environment. If you guys aren't familiar with Icon's Combat Arena, it's a game similar to what people are comparing it to, like, Super Smash Brothers. Even though I feel like I don't really have the I don't have the presence to, like, define that game as like a Smash Brothers. I mean, if you guys are familiar with that, it's in that kind of genre of combat and multiplayer Street Fighter-esque combat, which is it's not my forte. But I guess for people who are in that field, I guess it might be exciting for them. Anyway, Ventre has been working on that recently, and they're pretty much very close. I mean, I think he's been working on this for, I think maybe, if I don't want to say like over a year, but it's definitely been, a while that this game has been in development, and they're finally launching, or to the public, in early access, um, this Tuesday, I believe, June 12th. So honestly, he's been very busy with that as of recently, which is why we haven't really seen updates or heard word from Ventre himself on why there hasn't been updates. But with this in mind, it's a great sign for the game. Like I said, it's not dying. It hasn't really been ever dying as of lately. But with this word from him now, it pretty much confirms that we are finally going to get some new content, and I'm excited to see what that entails and how that might shake up the current competition. As we know, there's been a lot. We're starting to reach that point in the game where you might consider some gameplay stale. Same decks appearing in the meta here and there, and sort of. We're reaching this standstill in new decks and innovation, which it's expected. I'm not surprised, but I would certainly like to see something change. I think that's what this update is going to do. Whether or not, again, we even have an update, we've really just only confirmed new cards in the summer, or at least that's what the plan is now. I mean, right now, like, I can't get into much detail as of what this entails or any sort of dates like that. But I just felt like that was important to bring up to you guys, because everyone's been wondering, where is the again, where is and where is anything new? Event cards, updates, expansions, patches. We can finally start to see some things come into play here, and hopefully it's going to be after June 12th. Of course, that's when Icons launches. So hopefully after then, Vaughn will have some more free time, and he'll start create. Well, hopefully he'll be in the process of maybe toying around with some card ideas and seeing where they go. But I'm excited for sure, just by that alone. But that begs the question of what kind of new cards can we expect? I mean, it's always, we never always know what Vaughn has in mind. But I think, to add on to this video just a bit more, I'd like to speculate on maybe what cards we could be seeing, or at least what might, if we're getting more than one card, like if we're getting event cards, it's never easy to predict event cards because they can come in any sort of form and size. Obviously, I think the last two we had were Necromancer and Cockatrice, two very different cards, and each of the we could have never really predicted that. Um, but I would like to speculate on what we could be seeing in terms of, again, new cards. And honestly, what I'm hoping for right now, if you guys have been with me for a while, you would know that I'm looking for really two things, hopefully, that he brings in this update or with these new cards. And, we'll jump right into the first one. The first one's going to be Demons. As you guys know, I love the Mischievous Imp card. And we already have a demon tag going around here, actually belonging to, I think, a couple. Well, aside from Demon Hunter, Demonic Rage, which only share the name Demon, we actually have, I think, three or four different cards with the demon tag: Arcanon General, Kargaram, Talabos, and Mischievous Imp. So, it's not something like the Giants, where it only really. I mean, we also have the Giant tag, but that kind of just describes, what they. I mean, and it could be the same thing for demons. But honestly, I would like to see something with the demons. And again, I've speculated this for a while. Perhaps they could be doing, they could play around some discard mechanics, or a lot. I mean, lifesteal. We see sacrifices involved. Call with the blood price. We could see a couple of things with that, which would be very nice to see in the game. Just demons getting more love, and it was theorized for a while that we could be seeing demons, especially since we got Kargaram and the General in Arcanon War, already having the Mischievous Imp since Age or Warlock Academy actually. So that's kind of one thing. Excuse me, that I would like to see. And the second thing actually is more of more of a mechanic rather than a card. But I still think cards can be adapted to fit this new mechanic, and that's sort of graveyard interactions. We don't really have a lot of cards in this game that work with relying on units that are currently deceased or taken out of the game already. So I would like to see some interactions with that. We're getting a lot of things already with discarding, with Forbidden City. Let me just do a quick search about discard. Oh, that's not how you spell it. Discarding. I mean, we've got cards like Cockatrice, which was a latest event card. To include discards, Hungering Pumpkin, Risky Business, Forbidden City, all interesting cards that use the discard mechanic. But if we, can use some of those in more of a graveyard sense, like perhaps a Necromancy spell which revives, a unit from the graveyard, or something that selects a certain amount of card, like a random spell or a random card in general from the graveyard. I would like to see something interact with that. I think it would bring a much, a whole different layer, excuse me, not lever, layer of gameplay, which can spice up competitive play that much more. Again, we are reaching a standstill in the, I guess, current ladder where we are seeing the same decks appear over and over. So something like this can definitely, change the meta that much more further, and it'd be fun to see. I think me just reviving something from my that was taken out earlier and becoming, another issue. But that's just sort of what I want. I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on what new cards might be coming into the game. Obviously, there are an endless range of possibilities that could be. I mean, we did not expect to see a new faction added in the last update. So it yeah, I'm just kind of excited right now. Whew, not much else I can add on to it, but just I'm excited, hyped, really. With that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this little news video, make sure to give it a like, share with your friends, and of course, comment down below your thoughts on the news of new cards. Finally getting an update in Cards and Castles. Again, no specific date, but we can expect something new later this summer. So, yeah, again, leave your comments down below on what you think might happen, what you think some new cards might be. And while you're down there, be sure to leave or make sure to give the channel a subscribe if you are new, or if you haven't done so already. Help us grow, help support the channel, all by clicking that subscribe button. So, with that being said, guys, that's all from me for now. So until next time, stay gaming.